Hey, what's up? Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. Baseball Analysis Episode Guide, episode 257. My top 50 baseball player achievements in one day. I came across 50 achievements. I want to see what you think. What do you think of these remarkable performances in one day? Okay, let's see if we can get through these. I'm going to count down from number 50 to number 1, all right? Are you ready? Let's get started. 50. September 11th, 1985, what happened? Pete Rose broke Ty Cobb's all-time record with 4,192nd hit. How about that? Now, back in 1985, the record was 4,191 by Ty Cobb. Since then, they've looked at the record books and found out that it looked like they added too many hits because maybe in one game they gave him an extra hit. So they came up with Ty Cobb official total was 4,189 hits. But back in 1985, it was 4,191. So Pete Rose hit a base hit to left field and got his 4,192nd hit. That is an accomplishment and achievement in one day. That is remarkable. How about number 49? Counting down, we'll get to number 1. 49 on the list. Hugh Duffy, what did he do? In 1894, on the last day of the season, he finished with an average of 440 after having 593 at-bats. 1894, a 440 average. And it's no fluke because he had 593 at-bats. Now, if he had 100 at-bats, you may question it. 593 at-bats. Hugh Duffy, how about that? Number 48 on the list. What happened on September 4th, 1993? Jim Abbott had one hand. He pitched a no-hitter. He has one hand. How about that? All right, 47 on the list. June 3rd, 1962. You know what Earl Averill did? These are accomplishments done in one day. On that day, Earl Averill reached base for the 17th time in a row. 17 consecutive times reaching base. How about that? That's an interesting record. 46 on the list. What happened in 1879 on the last day of the season? Will White finished the season with 680 innings. Low. Normally, today's pitchers are about 200 innings, 300 innings. Will White, 1879, way back, the last day of the season, finished the game 680 innings. That won't be broken. 45 on the list. Clyde Barnhart. Some of these guys are not in the Hall of Fame, but what they did in one day is remarkable. Have you ever heard of Clyde Barnhart? You know what he did? He played 3 games in one day. Normally, you have a baseball game, right? And then sometimes a doubleheader to make up for rainouts. But on this certain day, there were 3 games in one day, and Clyde Barnhart got a hit in all 3 games. Okay. 44 on the list. Have you heard of Matt Kilroy? These are all Major League Baseball players. and what they achieved in one day is remarkable. Matt Gilroy finished the 1886 season by striking out 513 batters. How about that? Nolan Ryan struck out 383, and Sandy Koufax struck out 382 in a season. But Matt Gilroy holds the record, 513 strikeouts in one season. 43 on the list. Charlie Radbourn, I like that guy. I've talked about him a lot in all my episodes. Charlie Old Hoss Radbourn, you know what he did? 1884, the last game of the season. He won 60 games in 1884. That won't be broken. 60 games? Today's pitchers are lucky to get 20 wins in a season. He won 60. Number 42 on the list. Jack Taylor. What did he do? On August 9th, 1906, old school. You know what Jack Taylor did? He pitched in his 188 consecutive complete game. 188 games in a row, complete. That won't be broken. Isn't this amazing, some of these achievements in one day? Number 41 on the list, Orel Hershiser. What did he do? He pitched 59 consecutive scoreless innings in 1988. How about that? That broke Don Drysdale's record of 58 2/3. Orel Hershiser, 59 consecutive scoreless innings pitched. That won't be broken. 40 on the list, Johnny Kling. I know some of these guys, you haven't heard of them, but they're Major League Baseball players, and they're in the annals of baseball history. What did he do? In August of 1992, Johnny Kling had 12 hits in a row. A lot of players will go 4 for 4, and then the next day, 3 for 4, whatever. They don't get consecutive hits. Johnny Kling had 12 hits in a row over 3 games. That won't be broken. Whew. 39 on the list, Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth in some of these. What did he do? 1921. He played a game at Tiger Stadium, and he hit a home run 575 feet. That is a record. Maybe they're thinking maybe it went 600 feet. Woo. 38 on the list, Don Drysdale. June 4th, 1968, pitched his 6th game in a row with a shutout. And he finished with 58 2/3 scoreless innings. 6 consecutive shutouts for Don Drysdale. 6 games in a row, shutout. Wow. 37 on the list. Carl Hubbell, May 27th, 1937. He won his 24th consecutive game. How about that? 24 wins in a row for Carl Hubbell. He's a Hall of Famer. 36 on the list, Ray Grimes. On July 23rd, 1922, what did he do? It was his 17th game in a row with an RBI. 17 games in a row with at least 1 RBI. Not bad. 35 on the list. Count Campano. I know you haven't heard of him. I haven't either. But you know what he did in July 1890? He had 15 games in a row with 2 or more hits in each game. Not bad. 34 on the list, Dale Long. May 28, 1956, he became the first player to hit a home run in 8 consecutive games. Not bad, Dale Long. 33 on the list. Joe Sewell, Hall of Famer. What did he do? September 19th, 1929, it was his 115th game in a row without striking out. Not bad. That is a record that won't be broken. 32 on the list. Ted Williams. What did he do? September 27th, 1949. He played his 84th game in a row by reaching base, whether by the walk, hit, or hit by the pitch. 84 games in a row reaching base, a record. 31 on the list, Joe DiMaggio. We know what he did. July 16th, 1941. He got a hit in his 56th consecutive game. How about that? 56 game hitting streak will not be broken. 30 on the list, Frank Owen, 1905. He played a doubleheader. He pitched in both games, and he completed both games of a doubleheader, 18 innings. How about that? And he won both games. How about Frank Owen? Give it up for him. 29 on the list, counting down. Bob Feller. April 16th, 1940. What did he do? It was opening day. And you know what he does on opening day? He throws a no-hitter. Not bad, Bob Feller. I believe he had 3 no-hitters. 28 on the list, Reggie Jackson. I'm going over baseball players' performance and remarkable achievements in one day. And what did Reggie Jackson do on April 18th, 1977? He hit 3 home runs on 3 first pitches off 3 different pitchers. First at bat, home run, first pitch. Second at bat, home run, first pitch. Third at bat, home run, first pitch. 3 consecutive home runs in a World Series game on first pitches. How about Reggie Jackson? 27 on the list. Red Barrett. What did he do on August 10th, 1944? He threw a 9-inning complete game. Okay, a lot of guys have 9-inning complete games. But this guy only threw 58 pitches in the game. Woo! I'm impressed with that one. Normally, it takes 100 pitches to complete a complete game. Sometimes 90 pitches if you're good. But how about 58 pitches? 26 on the list. Roger Maris hit his 61st home run in his 161st game to break Babe Ruth's single-season record of 60 home runs. Roger Maris, 61 home runs. Not bad. 25 on the list. May 1st, 1991. What did Nolan Ryan do? He's 44 years old. He became the oldest player to register a no-hitter, and it was his 7th no-hitter at 44 years old. 24 on the list, George Streiff. You haven't heard of him? I haven't either. What did he do? June 25th, 1885. He had 4 triples in one game. If you can get 1, you're lucky, or you're good. If you get 2, that's luck. If you get 3, that's classic. But 4 is another stratosphere. Bill Joyce also did it. May 18th, 1897. 4 triples in one game. 23 on the list. Kevin Kuzmazov. What did he do? September 2nd, 2006. He came up to the big leagues, and the very first pitch he saw hit a grand slam home run. He did that, and then Daniel Nava also did it, June 12, 2010. Grand slam on the very first pitch they see in the majors. How would you like that introduction to the league? 22 on the list, Jamie Moyer. What did he do? May 16, 2012. He's 49 years old. Jamie Moyer, 49 years old. And what did he do? He was the oldest pitcher in Major League history to win a game. How about that? 21 on the list. There's 3 guys, Sammy White, Tom Burns, and Ned Williamson. What have they done? All 3 of them scored 3 runs in 1 inning. So you got to get up 3 times. You got to get on base 3 times. And what did they do? They scored a run all 3 times in 1 inning. Incredible. 20 on the list. Johnny Van Meer. You ever heard of him? Johnny Vander Meer. Brooklyn Dodgers. Became the first pitcher to throw consecutive no-hitters. 2 no-hitters in a row, because a week before he pitched a no-hitter. So his next game, no-hitter. 2 no-hitters in a row. Nobody else has done it except Johnny Vander Meer. How about that? 19 on the list. Bill Mazeroski. Game 7. World Series. Game is tied. 9th inning. What does he do? He hits a walk-off 9th inning home run to win the game and the World Series. You hit a walk-off home run in Game 7 to win the World Series. That is a moment you can treasure the rest of your life. Number 18 on the list. Don Larson pitched a perfect game in Game 5 of the 1956 World Series. How about that? A only perfect game in World Series history. 17 on the list. Joe Nux Hall. June 10th, 1944, he made his Major League debut. Okay, a lot of guys make their Major League debut. But what's interesting about Joe is that he was 15 years old. Most players, they get called up, they're about 20, 21, 22. Some players are 18, 19, but Joe was 15. And what did he do? He pitched 2/3 of an inning in the game. 16 on the list. Satchel Paige. September 25th, 1965. He pitched 3 innings. Okay. But here's the catch. He was 59 years old, pitching in a major league game. Most players stop at 40. Some play till they're 45. Jamie Moyer was 49, but Satchel Paige was 59 years old. How about that? He pitched 3 innings. 15 on the list, Bryce Harper, Pleasant Day player. What did he do? He played in a 13-inning game. Okay. He reached base 7 times. Okay. But what did he do? He walked 6 times and was hit by the pitch on the 7th time. 7 plate appearances, 7 times on base, 6 walks, 1 hit. Bryce Harper. I don't think that will ever be done again. 14 on the list. Fernando Tatis made baseball history when he hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning. 8 RBIs in 1 inning. He hit it off Chan Ho Park of the Dodgers. And you know what? I was watching the game when it happened. I saw it live. Fernando Tatis. I don't think that will ever happen again. 2 grand slams in 1 inning. 13 on the list. Bill Mueller. July 29, 2003. He's playing for the Texas Rangers. What did he do? He became the only player in Major League history to hit 2 grand slams in a single game. But a lot of guys have done it, two grand slams in a game. But he's the one who did it from both sides of the plate. How about that? And his 2 grand slams were in consecutive at-bats. And he finished the game with 3 home runs. But the 2 grand slams, 1 right-handed and 1 left-handed. 12 on the list, Guy Heckler. Some of these guys are not Hall of Fame, but they played Major League Baseball. What did he do? He scored 7 runs in 1 game. 7. So you got to get on base, and you got to score from first or second or third base. He scored 7 times in 1 game. Guy Heckler. 11 on the list, 2 guys. Wilbert Robinson and Rennie Stenick. What did they do? They played 9 innings, and they went 7 for 7 in 9 innings. Now, some guys have gotten 6 or 7 hits, but it takes them maybe 12, 13, 14 innings. These guys played 7 innings, not 9 innings, and they went 7 for 7. How about that? 10 on the list, Johnny Burnett stands alone in Major League Baseball history. Out of 15,000 players, he holds a distinctive record. What did he do? Johnny Burnett got 9 hits in 1 game. It was 18 innings. He had 11 at-bats and went 9 for 11. 9 hits in 1 game? 9 on the list. Max Scherzer, Randy Johnson, and Kerry Wood. And you can add Roger Clemens, too. But they're the only players in Major League history to strike out 20 batters in 1 game. How about that? The stats for Roger Clemens are in question. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet. I wish we could give more props to Roger, because I believe he's the guy who's struck out 20 batters in a game, and he's done it twice. 8 on the list, Tom Cheney. Have you heard of him? What did he do? September 12, 1962. He pitched in 16 innings. Okay. Stayed in the game. But he had 21 strikeouts. Not bad. Tom Cheney. 7 on the list. Tom Seaver. What did he do? He was facing the San Diego Padres. He struck out 19 batters in the game. Okay. But what's even more impressive is he struck out 10 batters in a row to end the game. Tom Seaver, Hall of Fame. 6 on the list. Billy Hamilton and George Gore. They're only the 2 players to do this remarkable achievement. They had 7 stolen bases in 1 game. 7. You got to get on. Then you got to steal it. If the catcher's going to throw you out, then you're out. But they stole the bag 7 times. 5 on the list. Jim Bottomley and Mark Whiten. What did they do? Both of them, in a single game, got 12 RBIs in 1 game. If you can hit 2 RBIs or 3 or 4 or even 5, a 6 is good day at the plate. 8 is great. 10 is monumental, and 12 RBIs in 1 day is classic and won't be broken. Nobody's going to break that. 4 on the list. Stan Musial, Hall of Fame. What did he do? May 2nd, 1954. He played a doubleheader. What did he do? He went 6 for 8 in the doubleheader. And he finished the day 5 home runs and 8 RBIs. So the first game, 2 home runs, and then the second game, 3 home runs. And he had 8 RBIs. So he didn't break the 12 RBI of Botley in one. See, he had 8 for 2 games. See, Botley and Whitman had 12 RBIs in one game. But Stan Musial playing a doubleheader, this is one day. 2 games, 1 day, doubleheader. And he finishes the day and comes home and tells his wife, hey, honey, you know what I did at the office today? I hit 5 home runs and I had 8 RBIs. How about that? 3 on the list. Shawn Green. What did he do? He played a game against the Milwaukee Brewers. He hit 4 home runs. He had a double and a single. So he went 6 for 6. But you have to add up the bases. 19 bases in one game. A record. 4 home runs is 16 bases. A double adds 2 more to make it 18, and a single made it 19 bases. 6 for 6, Shawn Green, a record that will not be broken. Nobody's going to get 20 bases in a game. It won't happen. Number 2 on the list, Leon Cador and Joe Oscheger. What did both pitchers do? They faced each other in a game. And they both stayed in the game and pitched, each of them, 26 innings. And the game ended in a 1-1 tie. That won't happen again. It was 1920. It was a game. It went 26 innings because it was 1-1 tie. And both pitchers stayed in the game the whole time. Number 1 on the list. I think this is the greatest achievement in baseball history. You may argue or disagree with me. But in one day, there was a batter named Nate Colbert of the San Diego Padres. He's not in the Hall of Fame. But what did he do? He played a doubleheader just like Stan Musial. He went 7 for 9 in the doubleheader. But what is significant is he hit 5 home runs total for both games. Okay, Stan Musial hit 5 home runs. Stan had 8 RBIs, but Nate Colbert finished the day, 1 day, 2 games, 1 day, doubleheader, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs in 1 day. A record. What's going on here? How does a guy come to the ballpark, suit up, play a doubleheader, he hits 2 home runs in the first game, hits 3 home runs in the second game, so he hits 5 home runs for the day. But in the first game, how many RBIs did he have? Oh, he had 5 RBIs in the first game and 8 RBIs in the second game. 13 RBIs for the day. Wow, I just went over 50 top baseball players' achievements in 1 day. What do you think? I thought that was quite remarkable. You come to the ballpark and you suit up and you come to the plate, and what can happen? Either it's a batter at the plate or a pitcher on the mound. What will be the result of the game played that day? How would you like to hit 5 home runs and 13 RBIs in 1 day? How would you like to pitch 26 innings in 1 day? How'd you like to hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning? How would you like to have a 56-game hitting streak? How about all these remarkable achievements? I listed that 5 homers, 13 RBI day as the number 1. And then the pitching was number 2. 26 innings by both pitchers. Okay, thanks for watching. I'm out.